That's truly Professor Dr. Dolphy Gilpin. This alphabet chemistry have led me back into the mind of a high school student. That's what it does. And before leaving, let me just drop down some chemical formulas here that was compatible with the high school era. And then before we move on into some college chemistry and advanced medical chemistry. Okay, the first one here, high school chemistry, was a famous molarity equation. Molarity of base multiplied by volume of base equals molarity of acid multiplied by volume of acid. This is in general one of the most frequent equations used in high school chemistry, and that came under titration. We're doing titration. This pen is this ink I have to throw this pen when the black ink is available. So this came under titration. Other formulas are used in titration at high school level was concentration equals molarity times molecular weight. And therefore we could make whatever the C equal concentration here. And MWT so that molarity will be equal to molecular weight over concentration, and molecular weight will be equal to concentration over molarity. Let's put it here, molarity of base. This is on the neutralization times volume of base. When we do that neutralization equation experiment, molarity of base volume equals now molarity of acid multiplied by volume of acid. And this sometimes take on the two depending on the valency and the amount of volumes of the solvent and solute. Okay, so we had another one that the density was equal to the mass, molar mass, over the molar volume, and that the amount of molecules in 1 mole or gram mole of any substance, the amount of molecules in 1 mole of substance was equal to the Avogadro's number is equal to 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the 23 molecules. And usually with these 4 equations, we could go along and do a lot of calculation in high school chemistry with titration and neutralization, when you react acid plus base equal salt plus water, those famous equations in high school. Let's write it down here. Acid plus base equals salt plus water. Famous neutralization equation. And so if you take a typical thing here, a typical acid, say, from my mind, HCl, acid plus a base, sodium hydroxide, that must be equal to salt, sodium chloride, plus water. Let's see if we could, look like it's already balanced. 1 water and 1 sodium chloride molecules. Okay, 2 hydrogen and 1 water. So that's, and that goes with this now, molarity of base times volume of base equal molarity of acid times volume of acid. And this is where concentration equal molarity times molecular weight, and the density is equal to mass over the volume, and the amount of molecules in any substance is the Avogadro's number, 6.02 at standard temperature pressure. STP is 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the 23 molecules. And so that basically was the basis, foundation of many of high school calculation in chemistry on the titration. So since the alphabet chemistry had just led me into a mind of that, I just dropped down these formulas. I might later on come on back to do some molarity and volumetric calculation in titration before I move on to college chemistry and advanced chemistry. Here are molarity of base times volume of base equals molarity of acid times volume of acid. Concentration equal molarity times molecular weight. Density is equal to mass over volume. And the amount of molecules in a 1 gram mole of any substance would be Avogadro's number, 6.02 multiplied by 10 to the 23 molecules at standard temperature pressure. And one other thing was acid plus base equals salt plus water, neutralization, the famous neutralization formula or equation. All right, let's quickly drop down some more neutralization, acid plus base here, following this formula. So our acid will be sulfuric acid, H2SO4, plus some base, hydroxyl. Let's use magnesium hydroxide. So acid plus a base now will give you a salt, magnesium sulfate, plus water. And let's see if that's balanced here. We have 1 magnesium, 1 sulfur, 1 SO4 radical there. You have 4 hydrogen. So we have to put here a 2 over here to give us 4 hydrogen. And we have 6 oxygen. There are 4 and 2, 6 oxygen. That looks like a balanced equation there. Magnesium sulfate plus 2 volumes of water. And for last one, let's use nitric acid, H, plus now potassium hydroxide, and that will give us now potassium nitrate plus water. All right, let's just look at those last two equations here that we have jotted in. Sulfuric acid plus magnesium hydroxide give it magnesium sulfate and water. And nitric acid and potassium hydroxide give you potassium nitrate and the salt plus water. And then we could use our formulas up here to do the calculation. Given any volume and of a substance and density and mass, we could do the relevant calculation by the subject of the formula. So we conclude our alphabet chemistry. Let's just take us into some high school chemistry there, and then we move on quickly to college chemistry, back into the present era.